Florida's coral reefs are a treasure, but they are in serious trouble. 10 meteorologist Grant Gilmore shows you how biologists from across the state, including right here in Tampa Bay, are hard at work to try to help them heal.
They're living, breathing communities on a scale that's almost unimaginable.
Coral reefs are the most biologically diverse ecosystem in the ocean. They provide homes to tens of thousands to potentially millions of organisms.
But Florida's reef system is in dire straits. Disease, rising ocean temperatures, increased levels of carbon dioxide, and other stressors are killing off one of our state's most delicate ecosystems at an alarming rate.
Since about the 80s, probably about 98% of all corals in Florida have unfortunately been lost.
So scientists at Mote Marine Laboratory and the Florida Aquarium are working to bring the reef back from the brink. They're breeding coral in a lab, raising them in a controlled environment, and planting them back on the reef.
So that we can eventually get the population high enough so that they can start recovering on their own.
Both organizations are particularly focused on staghorn coral, one of the main reef-building corals that has shown significant promise under lab conditions.
This is about a year and a half of growth, which is astounding already from just a single polyp.
The corals start as microscopic individuals. They're placed on tiles to grow, and as they do, the tiles are fragmented.
To preserve the individual genetics so that we can have a broader group of individuals.
Just like humans, staghorn corals grow at different rates and respond differently to environmental stressors, so genetic diversity is key.
We have strong parents that can reproduce with each other and create really strong babies.
Those sexually reproduced new corals have a better chance of being able to evolve with our changing ocean.
The corals ultimately find their way back to the Florida Keys. The bulk of Mote's work is done at the Elizabeth Moore International Center for Coral Reef Research and Restoration in Summerlin Key.
Probably about 40,000 of those little fragments of corals within our land-based nursery exist within our facility at a time.
In addition to its land-based nursery, Mote also has an in-water nursery where their coral can acclimate before going back on the reef. After several successful rounds of breeding, Florida Aquarium scientists are also ready to take their coral to the Keys.
And our plan is to outplant them this spring.
There's still a long road ahead, but these scientists, along with dozens more around the world, are hopeful that their work will turn the tide and bring the Florida Reef Tract back to life.
There's hope. There's so many people involved with this. We're doing good things that grow coral and put it back in the ocean.
Such important work. Both Mote and the Florida Aquarium say there are simple things that everyone can do at home to help keep the coral reef safe. Things that help keep the water clean, recycling, controlling runoff, things like that. And Bobby, you and I have talked about this. You're a diver too. People can actually go there and help to replant these reefs.
That's right.
It's just amazing. So they're getting a lot of people involved in this effort.
And they're going to be doing that in, I think it's April, first couple weeks of April. They grow it in the laboratory and then take it down into the Keys and actually disperse it and have it grow in the wild. I'm working on that, as a matter of fact. That's right.